Okay, next up we have Broken Cloud, Aslan Native, and Moni, members of Homefulness, and Poor Magazine community.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today on this beautiful sunny 3 days before spring day in Sacramento, California. We are from Homefulness, PNN Radio, Poor News Network, and we represent Homefulness, okay? And we come from organizers of the past to the present and to the future. Homefulness is a community of dreams launched by homeless, indigenous, disabled mamas like Dee, who had Tiny Garcia. Homefulness is a safe place for black, brown, indigenous, disabled, and the world people, all the world people. It's a movement for Mama Earth, to free Mama Earth. I am one of 16 people. 20 years ago, I had as much property as the Jerry Brown movement on the Coliseum, if you look at it today, as those people had. But I left it. I began my journey 20 years ago when I was foreclosed on. My property was taken. 67 years of annuity locked down the drain because the government, Jerry Brown, and the direction that this country is going in, is misdirected. And now we have a dead zone in the Coliseum, full of blocks of cement.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lejay Harper. I am one of the Wood Street resident leaders, been unhoused for 10 years until last December when I was gratefully welcomed into the Poor Magazine Homefulness community as their 16th resident. So these issues are very dear to me, dear to us all. Tiny could not be here today. She's in LA right now. But she sent me with the poem that she wrote. And so I'm going to be reading that. A poem by Tiny, a.k.a. Poverty Scholar, dedicated to the ancestors of the settler violence called homelessness from Palestine to Turtle Island. Evicted, swept, and kicked because settler towns like this don't give a shit. These aren't tiny homes, these are tiny tombs. 6x6 boxes because lives like us aren't listened to. Solutions, they call it. Death, terror, and isolation. We saw it. We had dreams. We had love. We have community called Wood Street Commons, Etna Street, Gaza, and Poor Magazine. Free stores, kitchen, healing space, all open to living, held up with love from other broken hermanos y hermanas who knew the pain of being alone when you have no home, when you have no love, when you constantly forced to roam. Nah, settler, we don't want your tiny tombs. You're never inside, never safe. You're a cabin in a cages with bars and security guards that fill our traumatized lives with more trauma, more scars, rather than open space for us broken mamas, interdependent spaces of love that heal our trauma. The visions that work are dreams we built from our hurt, from our sorrow, our poverty scholarship, not a grant or an RFP, or more non-profiteer promises of Homefulness is of housing tomorrow. Excerpt from the poem by Tiny, Evicted, Swept, and Kicked. And Homefulness is a poor people's solution to homelessness.
All right.
All power to the people! All power to the people!
All power to the people!
My name is Moni. You just heard from Broken Cloud. He's previously unhoused and now he is at Homefulness in 8032 Black Arthur along with Leger. And I am a housed person. I pay the light rent. And I have been welcomed into the Homefulness community with Tiny Garcia, founder of Poor Magazine. I'm going to read some of her words here that she left with me today. As poor and houseless peoples, we have our own solutions, but politricksters and non-profiteers continue to make solutions to homelessness about us without us. Homefulness is a solution created by poor and houseless mamas, daughters, uncles, and sons. It is not just housing, it's healing from the disease of capitalism, as I call it, because capitalism kills. Homefulness is forever housing without being shackled with the lie of rent. Homefulness is also a village of love and protection for our community of fellow houseless, disabled, and poor elders and families. Before we manifest homefulness, we ask permission and spiritual guidance from First Nations relatives upon whomever lands we are standing or hope to build. And we are working now to spiritually and legally unsell Mama Earth and homefulness to the world. We can't do homefulness without radical redistribution and community reparations from folks with race, class, and or formal education privilege. To learn and unlearn more about radical redistribution and community reparations, consider coming to the next degentrification, decolonization seminar at People's School. Next one is in Black August this year. Go to www.poormagazineorganization/education. Sweeping humans like we are trash is not a solution. Listening to poor and houseless people's solutions like Wood Street, Etna Street, Homefulness, Camp Resolutions, those are solutions. All power to the people.
All